UW Stout football has been competing for many years, battling on the gridiron with one goal in mind, the same as every other team, to win. Behind all the X's and O's lies something few see, a different side of football that not every team preaches to their players. The Blue Devils embody a different type of learning experience that focuses not only on football, but developing a man for life after college. From sitting up straight in meetings to no hats during team meals, discipline shapes the way the players live their lives during their time here at Stout. From recruiting to fall camp to the game day, coaches strive to teach young men of the program life lessons that will someday transfer into their everyday lives.
What is the main focus this year and in the years to come for the football program?
I think the main focus is always the same. You know, our philosophy always has been consistent the last 10 years, ever since I've been the head coach. And, you know, we try to build a family environment. We try to treat people with respect. You know, we call it building men, and it's our real job here. Nobody's getting a scholarship or probably not going to go play in the NFL. So our job is to teach you about life through the sport of football. So it's kind of our mission here, and that's what hopefully we can achieve. We have our core values. We got our base philosophy, our core values. But you know, I think what we just try to do when we talk about our values, it all centers around building that person into a man. So we have different values, as you know, they're on the back of that T-shirt. But you know, some of the key ones I like is the main one is maturity. You know, we're all trying to mature as quick as we can, and some do it, you know, sooner than later, which is better. But you know, once you hit that maturity point, you can do a lot more things with your life and on the field and off the field. So some people call it the race to maturity. Some people mature early, they're more successful early in life, and some people it takes a little longer. So our job is to help them mature as quick as possible so they can get out of here and have a good career.
Awesome. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. All right.
Sitting down and talking to Coach Birmingham was an awesome experience. Being able to ask him questions and feel the response was great. Just by making eye contact and having him talk to me directly, I felt pride that he carried with his responses. I remembered feeling the same way when he came to talk to me at my school and at home for my recruiting visits. Being on both sides, I can say that everything he says is backed up and enforced through the program. All players know that he cares about them personally and wants them to grow to the best man they can be.
The structure to these values is shown by this graphic. Here's the image that every recruit and player sees at the beginning of each team meeting. It creates the structure that we do practice what we preach, and it is a fundamental part of what the program is built on. Every day there is a different value to focus on. This is important because sometimes it's difficult to focus on doing so many things right at one time. Being there's only one value a day helps you focus on being better at something you may struggle at. These values are what hold the team together. The first value is trust. Trust is important in the game of football. You always need to trust that the person next to you will do their job so you can focus on doing yours. Family represents good friendships off the field because it makes us a better team and builds trust between each other. Accountability means doing the right thing when no one is watching. If we're all accountable for ourselves, it tightens our bond as a team. Having grit is necessary in football because sometimes you want to quit, but you just have to keep going. HEAT stands for high energy and tempo. We use this to push each other to play our best, whether in games or practice. And the final value is finish, which is important in football because you could play a great game, but if it doesn't matter if you lose in the fourth quarter.
Listed on the board before entering the locker room is our locker orientation cleanup schedule, our team philosophy, as well as our core values. Locker room orientation is a specific set of rules of what to do and what not to do while in the locker room. It also shows us how to hang up our gear and where to put our clothes so that everything looks nice and neat. The cleanup schedule is broken up into each position group, meaning that one day per week a certain position group is in charge of cleaning up the locker room. Cleaning up the locker room entails cleaning up garbage that is on the floor and vacuuming as well. Our team philosophy and core values are on the board so that we can look at it and remind ourselves each day of what we are about and what we believe in.
The athletes' weight room located upstairs in the Sports and Fitness Center is the heart of the football program. Here players are dedicated to becoming the best version of themselves by pushing themselves mentally and physically. However, without athletes committed and disciplined to keeping the weight room clean and in working condition, it would be harder to work out and lift effectively. Football players are especially held responsible to make sure equipment is treated properly and put back after use. At each lifting rack, there's a sheet with a picture of the rack and a list of weights that belong on each one. After each team lift, players re-rack the weight and make sure everything is where it's supposed to be.
What's the difference from you as an incoming freshman to who you are today?
As a freshman, I was probably a little immature, just didn't really know what I was doing at first, and now I've kind of grown up and matured.
Okay. And how has playing here at South changed you as a person?
Like I said, the last question, I was kind of immature when I first came here, and now I've kind of turned into more of a leader and role model for my peers and coaches.
All right. And do you wish you could have done anything different?
No, I don't think I changed my experience here at all. I enjoyed it all very much.
Our research and experience on how this program is run has hopefully opened an eye to a different and less known side of football, specifically here at UW Stout. Coming as a surprise to outsiders of the program, the lessons that are taught here make an impact. From responsibility to discipline, the UW Stout football program holds its athletes to a high moral standard. As seen in previous examples and interviews, it truly does impact players and coaches because it's a way of life. What the coaching staff has done is created an environment to coach young men, not only in football, but in the game of life. Talking with veteran players and alumni, it's clear that they learned a lot through the game of football that has given them an advantage in life.